Hi guys, you're welcome back to our web development class for the beginners. Today we are going to look at how to install a Visual Studio Code, popularly called a VS Code, to our computer. Set it up before we start coding, before we start writing our code. First of all, before we dive into downloading and installing the VS Code, we need to boot up our computer, boot up your computer system, connect to internet service, then you open a browser. Any browser in your computer can serve. Any browser in your computer can serve. On my own, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to open um, a Chrome browser. Okay, a tab was open. I'm going to close the tab and open a new tab. I open the Chrome browser. At the URL column of the browser, you will type VS Code like this, VS Code, and click enter. Okay, type VS Code and click enter. Once it is loaded like this, we are going to select this first one, written Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code, the open source AI code editor. Okay, this one, we're going to select this first one. We'll click on it and allow it to load. Allow it to load. Your own may be faster based on your internet connection. Okay, mine have loaded. Once it is loaded like this, it automatically dictates the operating system in our computer and suggested our download for us. Okay, it's telling me download for Windows. Okay, I'm going to click on download for Windows and allow it to download. Okay, once you click on download for Windows, automatically the program will start downloading. It says, thank you for downloading VS Code. All right, downloads not starting. Try this direct download link. If your own did not start, kindly click on this link. It will start downloading. But mine is downloading. Let me show you. Look at it. It is downloading. Okay, it's downloading. It's a bit slow in download. While we wait for it to download, okay, wait for it to download. After downloading, we are going to locate the download directory where our VS Code is downloaded. Okay, we will locate where it is downloaded and open it. My own, I will say it is in the download folder. I'm going to open the download folder. Okay, this is the VS Code where it is downloaded. Okay, if your own is downloaded into the download directory, open the download directory and locate it and double click on it. Okay, when you double click on it, it will open this way. It will open this way to give you a prompt like this, asking you to accept the license agreement. I will check this radio button. I accept the agreement and then click on next. Okay, when you click on next, it will bring another dialog box like this. Allow all these buttons checked the way it is. Okay, the first one will allow you will make the VS Code to create a desktop icon on your computer. It will create an icon on your desktop, which is the pictorial representation of the application in your computer for easier access, and so many others. Like the second one will allow you, whenever you want to write your code using the VS Code, you create your directories. You can launch the VS Code directly um, using from your directories that you have created by right clicking and say open with VS Code. So that's it. You allow all these buttons checked and say next. Okay, it brings you here. You keep following the prompt. When you get here, you allow it. It prepares and then start installing. If you can see on the screen, is extracting files. It's extracting files. It will continue until finish. It's going smoothly. It's going smoothly without detecting any error. Okay, allow it to install completely. When it is done installing, it brings up this interface. If your own is done installing, such as my own, you see this button that is checked like this, says launch Visual Studio Code. If I should leave it like this and click on finish, it will launch the application. But if you don't want to launch the application instantly on finish, you leave it. But for the purpose of this teaching, we are going to leave the check button like this and click on finish so that the Visual Studio Code will automatically launch, such as you're seeing on the screen. The Visual Studio Code is already launched like this. If your own is this way, kindly click on this icon here, Explorer icon, to expand and give you something like this, such as my own. Alright, so this is our Visual Studio Code successfully installed and launched. The next thing we are going to do on this to set it up and start working with it is to do some settings, some basic settings, and install some extensions. Those extensions we are going to install are usually based on project at hand, based on requirements, okay? So before we start installing extension and start using the VS Code, we are going to do those basic settings by going to the down below the at the left hand side down of the VS Code interface. You will see an icon that looks like this, okay? It is called settings. Click on it, then select settings, okay? Select settings. When you select settings, we are going to do some settings here. The settings we are going to do include enabling the Visual Studio Code to automatically save our code after some delay of typing. Set some limits for word break so that the code we are writing will not overgrow the boundary of the screen. It will automatically break and enter another line. Okay, we are going to set some of those things, and as well we are going to set auto format so that whenever we save our code, the VS Code automatically formats the code for us properly to look presentable. So in here, that is called the search settings, we are going to be entering the settings that we need to set one after the other. So the first one we are going to enter is called the autosave. Autosave. Okay. Okay, as you can see, file autosave. After entering it, it leads us to file autosave. My own is already set to after delay. Your own, if newly installed, will be on off. Return it to after delay. This will enable your code to automatically save after some seconds, whatever, on typing. So you leave that. We'll go to another settings. Another settings we are going to do is word wrap. We'll type word wrap. Okay, look at it, word wrap. Editor, word wrap. My own is on. I set it to 80. I come here and I check this. Okay, my own is on. I set it to 80. It's already on. If your own is not that way, please put it to on word wrap so that it will automatically break the line to enter another line instead of exceeding the screen length. Okay, then the next setting we are going to do is what we call okay, we are going to do format um format on save. This will enable the VS Code to format our code as soon as we save. Okay, format on save. You check this button. My own is already checked. If your own is not checked, please select it so that the VS Code will automatically format your code whenever you type and save, and as well enable this one. Okay, those are the three settings that we need to do for now. Having done that, after selecting those settings, you close this. Another settings that we may need to do is the theme. For me, preferably, I like that theme as you can see on my screen. So in case you don't like this screen, these are list of screens, list of themes that you can select. You can choose to put your own on light like this, whichever one as it suits you. So, okay, but for me, I prefer the dark modern theme like this due to my visuals. Okay, having done that, we are done with the settings for now. So we go into extensions. We need to install some basic extensions. So, but for the purpose of this lesson, we are going to install some few extensions that will help us as we proceed in the teaching. Okay, so on these cycles, you scroll down to the one like this, written extensions. You click on it. Okay, you click on it. See, once I click on it, automatically loads some basic extension that are already in my VS Code because I've done that before now. So, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So, the first one we are going to do, we are going to install HTML CSS support extension. So, we will type here HTML C space CSS support. Okay, this is HTML CSS support. You click on it. If you click on it like this, it is not installed in your own. You will see it written install. You click on it. It is already installed on my machine. That is why you're seeing a disable and on install. Okay, all right. So select install while we search for another extension that we are going to install. The second extension is Live Server. Live Server. Okay, this is the Live Server. I don't have Live Server in my system. We're going to install it. Look at it. You click install, asking you if you trust this application. I say yes, I trust the publisher. So what does this live server do? It allows you to automatically view your the output of your code while you're writing the code. As you're writing the code, you'll be viewing the output on the right hand side of the VS Code. Okay, that is the function of this live server. All right, the next extension that we are going to install is what we call the prettier prettier prettier. Okay, this is prettier. All right, so you click on prettier, it will open like this. What does it do? Proprietary code formatter is used to format our code into different colors. Okay, it beautifies our code while we write the code. Then the next extension we are going to install into our machine is what we call the auto rename tag. We'll search it here and say auto rename tag. Okay, auto rename tag. This is auto rename tag. We install auto rename card tag. It is used to automatically rename our tag. If there's any change on the opening tag, it will reflect on the closing tag. So it's asking me if I trust the publisher. I say yes, install. Okay, it will install that. Then the next one we need to install is what we call the IntelliSense IntelliSense for CSS class names. Okay, you search it here. IntelliSense. We allow it for CSS. Alright. So we look for IntelliSense for CSS. Alright, this is it. This is IntelliSense for CSS. We click on it, install. Trying to verify if I trust the publisher. Say yes, install. Okay. Then the next one we need to install is ESL lint. ESL lint. ESL links. Okay, let's leave ESL lint and install JavaScript, JavaScript. So each upon network is taking time to open. This is our JavaScript. This is the one we need to install. Okay, no, this is the one we need to install. JavaScript ES6. Okay, okay, it's already installing, and we need to install ESLint. ESL int. Okay, it's already installed in my computer. You install that too in your system. So that is it, guys, for today's class. Having installed all these requirements, you are good to go. So in our next class, we are going to look at how to create directories. How to create directories in our VS Code and start writing our code. Will teach us is a structure of directory based on a project requirement. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. Thank you. I'll see you when next we meet in our next video.